guys, I want to thank you for filling in. You have to don't leave. Nobody move. We have to make believe that the show's just starting, okay? And she's going to tell me when to go live. They're going to tell me when to go live.
We're already live.
We're already live? Okay, well, guys, you already know that we were trying to be live, so now we're recording. So we're going to start the show. That's what we're going to do. I'm Cindy Brunquist, and I'm your host. I'm your host for this evening, and what happened, there's a little heat wave out here. Probably just me having a private summer. But you guys wouldn't know about that. You're too young. But I'll tell you who has a lot of fun and has a lot to say, and I'm just glad he's here. Let's give it for Mike Moody. Let him hear you.
It didn't rhyme. That shit threw me off, Cinder.
Oh, Ruby with Mike Moody.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Oh, man.
I love that
Is this shit taped to the... This taped?
Well, it's kind of connected now.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
Sorry about that.
Like America, kind of connected. So, how you guys doing?
All right.
It's Wednesday. You're halfway through your shitty week. Are you happy about that? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Let's make sure. Oh, my name is Mike Moody. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I grew up with my grandparents. Growing up with your grandparents is weird. Growing up with your grandparents is like when you get beat and you ask them if they're okay. Okay, you already hear you wheezing, you know what I mean? Completely different power shift than most kids are used to, you know what I mean? After they're done, I'm like, did you learn your lesson? Was it worth it? It can't be. These niggas look like they ran track. Who's in a relationship? Who? Heck no. I know.
How do you define a relationship?
What do you mean?
Well, I
Are
mean,
you fucking together? Are y'all fucking together? Are y'all fucking?
is that a relationship?
Yeah, that's all I mean right now.
Right now.
That's all I mean
Right now.
right
Right
now.
now.
Fucking.
Right now.
Right now.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Right now. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you black? You are? Okay, because I did hear you say nigga. And I just want to make sure I wasn't tripping. Anyway, you guys in a relationship or fucking somebody? Or getting offended when somebody asks you? Come here, clap for that. Relationships is hard. You know what I mean? If you got somebody, stay with them. Don't fucking change it up. Keep it the same. It's way harder to start again, I promise you. Well, know for sure. I was talking to one chick, and she broke up with me because I wanted to hang out. I was like, this is weird. She was like, do you want to hang out? I was like, yeah. And then she was like, let's cut the whole thing off. I was like, I've never heard that before. I've never even seen this shit before. She did that shit in a text message. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I've never heard somebody do that shit before. And I had to call her just to get, I was like, what the fuck's going on? What's happening? But I met her on a date night, but I didn't meet her in real life, so I can't trust her. That's the truth. I've never met somebody on a date nap and was like, oh shit, the world is missing out on this person. We should go ahead. I don't know why you're alone. I've never done that. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been on Bumble and been like, oh shit, the world doesn't know if you are a gem. Okay. No, like women are way better at date naps because they got like a ghostwriter. They got ghostwriters. They got like a team of writers. Like you hit her up, she screenshots that shit to about 8 people and figure out her response. I was talking to one chick, I was like, what turns you on? She was like, intelligence. It's obviously an answer from the council.
Men don't have that shit?
No, we don't.
That's so sad. Why not?
We're ready to take.
Thank you. You can't just get off on intelligence alone. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah. I keep fake.
I was like, what do you have a dildo at home that spits out Alan Watts quotes? That's crazy. The desire, not the desire, still desire. Sitting on knowledge and information. I'm not acting like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm maybe not a catch. I don't know. Maybe y'all have a problem. I don't know, man. That's what I feel like. Like I said before, I said I grew up with my grandparents. My parents passed away in a car accident. on the way to vacation. So I don't get excited for anything. I don't get excited for anything. You know, not even like a good date. You know what I mean? Like I want to date with a chick, and she's like, when we get home, this pussy's yours. I'm like, bitch, we gotta get home. Don't make any promises you can't keep. I don't want you. Let's take it step by step. I did find something attractive I liked a couple of days ago. I was on the way to a show. I had a show in Laugh Factory, Long Beach. And when I was on the bus, it was this fine Latina chick, and she had on a McDonald's uniform. That was already like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hell yeah. I'm so tired of fucking up and coming, whatever the fuck. So. That shit bothers me. Are you trying to be famous? Me too. Fuck. Anyway, I want to get a bitch and work at Rite Aid. So anyway, it was a homeless dude. He walked up to her and like he was like asking her for shit, but she was like, she didn't like. I had headphones in, so I couldn't hear everything. But he came up to her. And he was always trying to holler at her, but she was like, she treated him like a human being, and then she like gave him spaghetti. It was like this Tupperware container of spaghetti, brand new, like all the way at the top. Like she obviously didn't eat it because she was working at McDonald's, so she had food. So then she handed him the nice Tupperware. And I was like, that shit is hot. Like, that shit was hot. Like, she treated him like a human being and she helped him. Like, that shit was really attractive. That doesn't happen. Because, you know, people in Hollywood halfway help you. You know what I mean? Like, niggas in Hollywood, LA halfway help you. You know what I mean? Because she could have done the Hollywood shit where she made him cup his hands together. She could have poured that fucking spaghetti into his raw palms. So, you know what I mean? Could have... Y'all lying like y'all don't know that shit could have happened. Somebody going, I can't give away this fuck. This is my grandmother's Tupperware. Like, you know what I mean? Say shit like that. Niggas halfway help. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just thought that was attractive because she helped a homeless nigga. That was obviously trying to get more from her. But she was like, I got spaghetti, nigga, and that's it. And I thought that was sexy. I just thought that was hot. I get turned on with different shit now. I'm starting to realize that like my kinks used to be different, but now I'm into chicks who are emotionally stable. So like things are completely changing for me. So I feel way better about myself. Woo! Thank you. Everybody has, like, I don't know, I've been watching The World lately, and everybody has like a bad experience, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has like a bad experience. And then everybody like chalks it up to like phobia or ism, you know what I mean? Like, they don't like me because I'm black, they don't like me because I'm gay, they don't like me because I'm a woman, you know what I mean? Like, what happened to like not liking people for the content of their character? Like, what happened to that shit? Like, I feel like that's what Martin Luther King died for. I feel like that's a lost art. Everybody try to make that shit their fight. Like it's you have a bad day and it's our fight. Like, we have to fight together, and that shit has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Something like that shit, like that has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's like, hey man, my boss is racist. I'm like, nigga, you fall asleep at your job. Like, I didn't. It has nothing to do with me. That shit is not my problem. Thank you. Me sounding insensitive. A lot of people think things are insensitive. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, but it's just weird. Like, a lot of people say like black people are homophobic, and I don't think that's true. I think black people have like terms and conditions. You know what I mean? Like, we're not homophobic. Like, we got terms and conditions. Like, the only time we allow, as a black parent, our kid to be entertained by a drag queen is when it's a Tyler Perry movie. Like, that's the only time. We let that shit fly. Don't read a book, read a Bible. That'll be fine. I know Tyler Perry reads Bible incorrectly. In his plays and movies. I will never be in a Tyler Perry movie after that joke. That'll be fine with me. I don't want to be flirted with. Anyway. I think it's hard for everybody. You know, I think it's hard though. I think pronouns are hard sometimes. Just when people choose to express them. You know what I mean? Like, what if the world's end when you try to grab somebody's hand off a ledge? Yo, bro, I got you. It's not bro. Just hanging there. You would just dress me as them, nigga. And you have to pull them up. with no prejudice.
If I'm dying, I'm not gonna kill
And
you.
then I only said it because I feel like they them is the hardest pronoun. I feel like they stole that shit from Illuminati. Like that's their shit. Who killed Tupac? Them niggas. They did that shit. They did that shit. What about JFK? Them niggas as well. They were as well. Group of niggas. They are dangerous. Thank you guys so much. You can find me on Instagram at MikeMoody91. I have a special that I'm working on with somebody.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's going well. I'm living Hollywood life. Not really. But thank you. I appreciate you guys. See you later.
All right. Your tiger eye brace. I love this. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know where you're running to, darling. You can't give instructions when you're getting ready to go on this stage. This woman coming to the stage, I have to tell you, I'm so proud of her. Hey, don't bend over like that in jail. See you later.
See you
All right, I'm gonna call you, but I love those frames. You know that already. And I got them in green.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's called nigga talk. This is what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay. Because we didn't have a native African language. So. What I'm saying?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? All right. What I'm saying. You think there's a dearth of females in comedy? You're absolutely right. Okay? But we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. And I'd like to bring up your comedy concierge who takes over this room like she's one of my own. And then she's one of my own. And that's what they thought the Comedy Store the other day. They said, that's your daughter. And I was like, again? Give it up for my daughter of comedy. And look out, Sarah Silverman. Give it up for Samantha Lehman.
Hey guys.
Good. Hey.
Fuck. Let's make a really bad joke. Why did I make it? Get all those thoughts out, Sam. No, I can't. Keep them inside. I'm Sam. Thank you. I work at the mall. That's. Did anybody see this on my pants? He's like, yeah, immediately. I was concerned. It's ketchup. Yeah, I love it. You know what I mean? Whatever stereotype like that fits into. Luna talks a lot about like, well, that's some white girl shit, and it's always shit that I do. And she still loves me like her daughter. Give it up for Student Crinquest, everybody. She's like, white girls fart and run away and they think it's funny, and I'm like, 'cause it is. Who did that? I love doing that. I do a lot of dad jokes. I'm terrified and thrilled about the fact that I'm turning into my father every second of the day. You know what I mean? Because I ordered some food, right, on Postmates. And I was like, how can this be so expensive? You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, bring it back. You know what I mean? Like, you're fine. Like, you're young, you're hot, you're not a 6-year-old Jewish man. Speaking of older Jewish man, give it up for Mark Zavrin! I'm really desensitized to Mark from my upbringing. Is there any other way to put it?
No other way.
Okay.
They're all decent. I need desensitized.
But I'm so sensitive. I'm so sensitive. So I'm ordering it, and I'm like, oh, it's so much fun. I'm like, fuck it, fine, nothing matters, you know what I mean? And I put, like, no tomatoes, no onions, no spicy sauce. You know what I mean? Back to the ketchup stereotype. And I get the food, and the guy says he's there, he's not there, and I walk out barefoot. I'm so fucking hungry. I'm barefoot, I'm walking in the streets of West Hollywood. I'm like, I think his name was Igor. I'm like, Igor! I was like, don't you need the pin? He goes, yeah. And then he walked away and he comes back and he says, I hate when people do that. So I'm getting annoyed, but you're so funny. I don't know. Give it up for this guy. Right? Facing the room. Grego. Said it wrong. You're done. Stay tuned. So I get the food from Igor. I walk back inside. I open it up and all my eyes can see are tomatoes, onions, and spicy sauce. And I lost it, man, but not out loud. And clap it up for that.
Yeah.
You know, but when the feelings come on, those thoughts and feelings, man. What else? I'm scared to drive because of my road rage gene. Like, I just know it's active. Like, I don't need to get a test for that. The thing is, it's like, like, I've been diagnosed with things, but I've never taken a test for it. They just know. That fucks with me. That really, like, now that I'm saying it, that really people are like, it was so hard when you get my ADHD diagnosis. Like, I had to pay so much money and this and that. And, dude, like, they just knew right away. Well, the first time, I have this thing where it's like group therapy. Like I go the first time, like it sounds like I'm talking about like band camp, and this is like American Pie. You know, like, well, one time group therapy. One time, the first time I went to a psychiatrist, I was accidentally cross, womp womp, and that means drunk and high. I was
Crossfading?
Crossfaded. I was accidentally slightly, probably 4 out of 10, but the office was stuffy, so it made it worse. And he's like, do you want your mom to come in for a history? And I was like, I guess so, you know, tell my story. And the first question, he's like, so when was the last time you thought about killing yourself? And I was like, you're not going to even ask me if at this point. He's like, what? Is it now or was it yesterday? You want to die? You should. No. So I was like, how is this history? Like, oh. And, you know, my mom stayed the whole time, whatever. She was like, I think she's high right now. Why would you say that? You don't love me. Oh. Dude, if you gaslight a gaslighter, you're just like a teenager who loves their parents. You know what I mean? Give what you get. Like, you know, show love, peace, respect. So, you know, the hour, the 40, it's always supposed to be an hour, and somehow they go it's 50 minutes, and somehow it's 40 minutes, and they're late from fucking tennis. You know what I mean? Tennis is the rich people. Like, that's, I'm paying for your fucking whatever that is. You know what I mean? I can't stand that. I sound like my dad. Bring it back. So, where did I go? How did I get here? Where did we go? Mark's like, you're not funny. Get your type 5. You don't like that one either. It's true though. Give it up for a type 5. It's right? So important. Sunita talks about it a lot. But I'll always go for a loose 30. You know what I mean? What's in the bank? What's in the bank? I don't make jokes like that a lot because I've yet to really have any sort of relationship with anybody who is stable in any sense, let alone financially. Because I believe in charity, tzedakah. You know, it's like, what's my job? Well, I work here and I work at Bath and Body Works, and then I give emotional labor and spend Uber money on interacting with people who, I'm like, it's a story, you know what I mean? But it's not. No. I recently had, I've said this to everybody, should I stop? I know I'm going to keep talking about it. So everyone know, do you guys know what a ding dong ditch is?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ding dong, no? Ding dong on the door. Look at me. You ring the bell. Camera 2. Which camera am I?
You're on the center camera.
Yeah.
Ding dong, run away. Who's at the door? You've been ditched. Right? Is the ketchup distracting? No. My eyes. So it's a ding dong, my fucking pit bull lab's barking, we put it in the other room, we open the door and there's a painting. With a message on it for me. I've gotten some awes about it, but it's mostly just scary. You know, it's just a little bit much. It's a little bit much. Because last time that happened, again, one time. Yeah. The first time that happened, it was this guy's, his t-shirt that I did not ask for. If I need one, I'll take one. You know what I mean? And also it was like a 5XL situation. No, but his t-shirt and a carabiner, because I mentioned once that I thought it would help me not lose my keys. And that's why I think men miss the mark. It's like, you could have just said, I'm sorry. You didn't need to come to my door, paint something, buy me something that reminds me of the fact that I lose my fucking keys. Part of a bracelet? Fuck. Why don't you get a car? Why don't you save all the money that you spent on the paint for that and get yourself a car? Do you ever have somebody who has no car who goes, I can pick you up? What the fuck? You're gonna take the bus to me so we can Uber from the same place. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Right. And it's also like, another thing is when men say get home safe. I'm like, fuck you. You're the reason I can't, you know? How are you gonna ask me how I'm getting home safe? Are you gonna offer me a ride? What does safe look like to you? Are you safe? I get very defensive. I have a key that turns into a tiny little knife. And every person goes like, that's not gonna be enough, that's not gonna be enough. But I just feel like it is. I sometimes sit on the couch at home and I just go, fuck, you angered me. Because I just moved out. Give it up for that. Give it up for changes. Thank you. No, I see it. Dude.
Ryan.
I do see it. No, give it up for Ryan.
Right?
I will say one thing, if anything. I tried to turn the air on. It's
on.
warm.
It's on.
It's so warm.
It's cold.
It's cold?
I'm temperate. I'm like,
It's the lights.
It's the way.
The lights are
No, I've been warm forever.
You're in the front.
I thought I was going to win the room with that. I thought I was going to come back from
I'm a
whatever
very
that was.
comfortable temperature.
Okay,
honestly. Like,
well,
I'm
fuck
chilling,
you guys.
Yeah.
I love you
I think it's
so
because
much.
you're hot.
Thank you.
Oh, I guess she is.
Thanks, guys. The ketchup really threw me off. Okay. I've been Sam. You can find me on Instagram at SamLikeTBH or at the mall. I'm kidding. Oh, I need my water bottle.
Get your water bottle. Look at me like she's 10. I treat her. Terrible. Thank you. I love you.
Yeah.
But this is the way we're gonna go. We're gonna do a go-go with let me get the first name right. Well, I almost said it, but I didn't want that. It's like so stereotypical for me to think your name was Michael. I'm sorry to say that, but it is. Michael. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
There you
alright.
go, Michael Grigo. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I like the political / China rant.
Oh.
It's got me thinking too, like solutions, because I'm hearing China just big threat all the time. What are we gonna do? You know, like maybe send millions of our bravest and brightest to go fight each other in a war? I don't know. It sounds a little depressing. Maybe like unethical hacking. Like that's another solution too. But we don't want to do that. I'm thinking we just go old school, Game of Thrones style, champion v champion. We get someone that represents America versus someone that represents China. Death match for just whoever's gonna come out of that. It's the new superpowered of the world. I think in our corner, I think in the United States corner, we can do former NFL player, WWE star, just like potential presidential candidate. I don't know if I support all that, but Dwayne The Rock Johnson, maybe in our corner, there's a chance he might be going up there. And of course, you got The Rock in America's corner, great champion. You can't just put someone in China's corner that's not gonna, be up to snuff. You got to get someone that can match The Rock just in like physical stature. Someone that loves China. Someone that loves the Chinese language, Chinese dollar for sure. I'm thinking John Cena. Yeah.
You get John Cena. You get John Cena. You get The Rock. 1-on-1. That's a pay-per-view. I think I'm gonna pay for. That's my solution. I just got back from New York. Yeah, it's been nice coming back to LA. Everything is just super aggressive in New York. Like, aggressive walking, aggressive talking. People are just much more aggressive. Like, New York is so aggressive, they have a mandate. There's a certain type of bug that if you see that bug, you have to kill it. You gotta stomp that bug. It's an invasive species, so I kind of get it. But honestly, people are just way too happy to be killing that bug. Just like all ages, walks of life, professions, motherfuckers just curb stomping this bug. And I don't think, that would ever fly in LA. I think LA is just like a little too chill for that to happen. Like, LA is so chill, you can just like choose your own rent here. It's pretty fucking nuts. Like, you can pay millions of dollars to live by the beach, or you can just pay nothing at all. Like, you literally have the choice. And you could probably be closer to the beach. So, I don't know, I think, like, New York, it's not gonna fly. The moment Lansing flies, the moment that the shit landed in New York, motherfuckers were like, get the fuck out, you're not from here. All hella aggressive. So, I think it's good to be back. It's good to be back for sure. Nice. LA is great. I had to go over to the Federal Building today, get my passport. Go into the Federal Building. They have a rule there: no weapons or explosives. Who would have thought? Like that's pretty nuts. And I just had to go to the bathroom because there's a long ass line. I'm going up. I'm talking to the security guard, who's the only not chill person in LA. Just stern. No weapons, no explosives. Do you have any of those? I'm like, standing in line for 2 hours, so I crack a small joke. I'm like, no weapons, but them In-N-Out fucking cheeseburgers, man. Real explosive. Poop joke.
She did not get it. She's looking at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, like bomb in my pants. And she's like, oh shit. Yeah, she started reacting to that one. That one got her going. She let me go. She let me use the bathroom. Clean bathroom, which is always nice. It's hard to find. I feel like you can't really get that in public, like a clean bathroom to take a deuce in. No gender neutral ones though, which is kind of a bummer. People get a little bit weird about the gender neutral bathrooms, but not me, because I'm a dude, and as a dude, just the feeling of going into a public restroom, junk hits the toilet seat. What are you gonna do at that point? It's done. You potentially just gotta, you gotta see a doctor, you gotta talk to a therapist, it's done. So, honestly, big ups. I give big ups to the trans community for gender neutral bathrooms. That's a huge win. And I know they got the month, but I'm thinking more. I'm thinking salutes, military style. Because these men and women, they laid their dicks down for us. And I really, I appreciate that and I respect that. I love my community though, my gay brothers and sisters. LGBTQ, but gay dudes have really been changing. I feel like there's so much more forward now, less couth. I feel like back in the day, gay dude wanted to have sex with you, he would propose maybe a 3-way, Eiffel Tower, 2 dudes, 1 chick. Now it's just I got gay dudes mansplaining to me why it's not gay if I fuck them. I know it's I know it's a pussy, but still I don't know. Don't mansplain that to me. And, I don't know what. I'm in there. Thank you guys. Yeah.
Hey, where do we find you?
Mike Greg on Instagram is _ at the end.
When's your birthday?
June 30th.
Oh, you go in front of school, because when I'm over here, I'm watching you, and where are you going?
Bathroom.
Where the hell are you going?
That way, out, west.
Thank you.
He's trying to leave.
You Italian?
No. I'm actually Filipino. And
Oh,
Mexican.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mexican, Filipino. Yeah.
The Italian Asian dude?
Yeah. I love Italians. Get along with them well. But from the West Coast, I feel like.
There's none here.
Yeah, not as
So,
much.
they're in a protection program, believe me. No, it's true. I can't find any Italians. No, you know where I got a good Italian restaurant, though? Pastina. We'll be sponsoring our next podcast. Make sure we make a note of that, because I'm hungry right now. But I want to bring up somebody who's been helping me tremendously, especially over the last few days. He knows that I'm definitely insane. And I love him. And I yelled today that somebody said something to me today, and I said, no, that's my son. And he looked up and was like, no, I'm not. But he didn't say it. But let's give it up for Ryan Benson. Mr. Benson! Oh, my God. Oh, that's your son.
I know, Mom.
Oh.
Someone first thought I was his husband at first, too. That was something. Yeah. Jose, Bank of America. I was like, this is your husband? I'm like, no. There, I'll fix that. No, I thought that would work. So, yeah?
Yeah, leave it.
It's stripped.
No, it's quick.
Yeah, no, I put it there. What do you guys think of these lights back here? To change them a bit. We'll put them in a different spot.
We're doing it.
We're going
I love
RGB. It's the future here at LA School of Comedy. Yeah, I'm going to do some advertisement at the first, because
Right.
I kind of help run things here. So if you ever need help with anything, we can do podcasts here. We got a podcast studio, Marky Mark, right
Yeah.
there. He will help you out, and me. We'll get it all running. So we got this place set up and ready to go, so we can everyone can make money. So it's going to be great. But I kind of do that acting thing like a lot of people here. They say they're comedian, actor, they're the same thing. You could say I'm making a living, not making a living. So it's a lot of just that. But and the acting strike is a struggle, but not much for me. I'm non-union, so woo. But I try to support them. I've been supporting the strike by only watching non-union porn. So I mean, I think I've been doing good. But I'm kind of excited that I get to not join the union now. You don't need that stuff.
No.
You just you'll work for when you're starting the business, especially even in stand-up. You'll do much, a lot of things just to get on stage. Harvey Weinstein was a thing for a while. There's other ways you'll be able to get it. You'll suck the metaphorical dick of someone. Sometimes you'll have to look at the metaphorical version of them jacking off. There's other things. It won't look that sexual, but they'll make it. It'll be a power thing. So you got to be careful. That's why I'm working with the Chinese now. I'm working for and a Scientologist. So I'm going for people who, you know, they're gonna be there even when America falls. You know that. So they're just waiting for us. So I do a lot of mobile game ads. There are, you know, some of the weird ones you watch on YouTube and TikTok. You see those ads. You'll eventually see me. Let's hope that. I go like, no way, you have 10 million power? No! I will destroy you. And then I take my phone with the green screen on it and I go tap it. It's not just this. One where I'm like a Roman soldier and I'm just like angry at them. One where I have a green screen, I'm in heaven, and then I spin a wheel and I try to get the right country. You know, all these games, you're just like, it's kind of civilization and stuff. And I'm like, come on, give me Egypt, give me Egypt. And then it spins, lands on Arabia. You know, Arabia. And I'm like, Arabia? There's nothing but sand in Arabia. Am I right? Nothing but sand in Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you fall down to Arabia, and then I do like a VO thing. So, and then all I have to do is, Wujia Wuyen needs a mayang, and then they go, yay! So now the Chinese like me. So you just learn a little bit of Chinese. So that's how you get them. It works really well. So Scientologist is a bit different. It's not just the language, it's more just like... It helps. They really like white people. I noticed. I mean, it's a thing with a lot of the religions that kind of come from America. Same with Jediism. There's only one black guy. So that was cool. At least they got that. But like Jediism's also a religion. But the thing is, hot take on Jedis, the pedophiles. You guys don't. You ever like look into it? So their rules is they literally get these Padawans all the time. They go from different places and they just kind of like go to different planets and go, yo, your son or daughter, they have these, they just say this is metachlorians. What the fuck are those? They're just like doing some random test and say this, they're strong. And then they just take these young kids and off to the galaxy. They just take them. They just promise that they'll come back as a strong Jedi. So it's the same thing what they did with fucking Catholics. They're like, he has some power to God. That's how they're measuring the metachlorians, or just a God thing. So, and that's how they get the children in the churches. It's the same thing with Jedis. And the Jedis, they have a rule where they're not allowed to get married, you know? They can't get married. That's why, like, fucking Anakin turned into Darth Vader, because he was pissed off. Because he was the one who didn't want to fuck kids anymore, because it happened to him, you know? Fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know he was doing some shit. That's why he eventually killed him. That's what happens. That's what trauma does to you, man. You become Darth Vader, so... Just know that George Lucas, he's racist and a pedophile. But he went to my alma mater and gave it lots of money, so you didn't hear anything from me. I'll call it there. My name's Ryan Benson. Thank you. You'll find me here most of the time or on Instagram at ryan.benson. Reach out to me and I can help you out with stuff.
Yes, he can. He can. Thank you, Ryan. They're trying to get me again. I have to just congratulate my husband for helping me with this lawsuit. I've been under so much stress. I've been being sued like the last two years by a guy with no arms and no legs. I know, he's the head writer. But you know... No, he sued me, man. And then he's gonna settle, right? So I told my landlord, I was like, listen, I'm going through stress, I can't pay the rent, I'm being sued. He's like, no, just pay them up. You give him $7,500, he go away. I said, if I give him $7,500, who's paying you? Mark, you can't have the phone on when I'm working.
He answered that.
Oh, it's my daughter when things happen, though. You notice that? It's my daughter. Okay, don't talk at all when this guy comes on, okay? Your mother. Listen, he hasn't saying my fucking name. He calls me wife and mother. Who says that? Was it 1956? All right, listen, we're gonna be okay. We got the comedy, the one and only. My favorite Anya is here.
Yeah!
Mark's gonna be mad if he misses it. Let me tell him.
If he misses it?
I know. I'll be picking him up probably. Just lost.
Alright. What's good, people? How's it going?
Hey!
Man, I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, he already took it off. I was going for that. That was weird. That was weird.
I put it there. I thought it would help, and I realized it was stupid.
Maybe if it was like singing. Maybe if it was singing.
Yeah, you never pick up the mic.
Yeah, everybody pick up the mic. Okay. I want to talk about... I don't know, every time Mike talks, when Mark talks, he told me to take notes. I was like, he's not here to appreciate these notes right now. But,
there was a part he talked about. He's like, the Civil War is coming soon.
Yeah.
No one catch that. I was like, I don't watch enough news to like know whether or not I should be worried or not, because like I always have this nightmare, right? And it started when I gave up my basketball dreams. Now, when I gave up my basketball dreams, it's very recent. It doesn't seem like it's recent because I look like an older gentleman. You're like, nah, you should give up a while ago. No, but listen. I always had this dream of like, okay, yes, maybe when I didn't play freshman year or sophomore year or junior year or senior year or after that in college or in the master's program at all. But like when Jordan didn't play his freshman year, like imagine if he gave up. Like we would have never knew his story, right? So I'm like, let me just keep pushing this dream, because then when I make it, the kid's gonna be so inspired. Oh my God, at the end of the bench, like he's there, like 24 years old, rookie, like. So that's when I gave it up. 2 years ago, I gave it up. And I would hate for my dream of getting drafted to come true for like a war or something. Like niggas call me like, hey bro, I know this is your dream. We're actually drafting you today in the first round. It's like I'm excited, like, oh shit, what team? What team? The U.S. Army. What? No! What? That's like all defense. Like I don't know how to. Like I'm always on defense. There's no real like offensive position for me there. I'm a scorer. I don't know if this is a good fit. Damn. He said a lot of shit, man. He said John Kerry was gonna take without Vaseline. That scares me. I feel bad for that gentleman. That's wild. He said Hunter was calling for hookers that could cook crack in all caps. I was really impressed. I was like, how do you know these things, Mark? He just knows this shit. Like, I don't know what news he watches. Like, no channel is giving you the information he's giving. Like, there's no way you get that. Like, this is real. Said Nancy Pelosi wants to be queen. I didn't know we had queens, but she said she wanted to be the overlord.
Oh, God.
That's interesting. We used to learn about Caesar. I don't know how long ago that was. I definitely learned about that. Anybody else? Did you not hear about Caesar in school? Like, I don't think it's a big part of our history, though. Like, I don't know. They don't talk about my history anyway. Let me shut up.
Read the play.
The play, I guess. Yeah. They got stabbed up. Ain't that cuz? Damn. Sucks. That's a caught that nigga lacking. That's one of the best stories. The biggest stories. How we can talk about this real quick? I don't know. I got time to kill. I always talk about how I don't understand the relationship between like the police and Batman. Like I just don't get it. Like I feel like every time he does, you know, his Batman thing, you know, he's like beating up criminals and like, you know, tying them up somewhere. And then the cops come and like, oh, Batman was here. Oh, what the fuck, Batman? I'm like, but the criminal is right there. Like, what more? Like, your job, he's not getting paid for this. Like, he's just doing it out of the kindness of his heart. Like, he's a rich man doing this for fun. Like, that's like, in my position of work. Like, I'm a sub. Like, imagine I show up to class and there's like a dude in a mask and suit already teaching the class. I'm like, oh, my bad, you the sub. Nah, you the sub. You just sit in the corner and watch Netflix or something. I got the class all day. I'm like, oh shit, Batman, thank you. Like, hold it down, bro. You don't go both headphones in. I have a good vibe, good time. I'm on the clock. I don't see the negative. I don't know. I be thinking too hard. What do I talk about real quick? We can do this one. We got some. I know. I just constantly talk to myself. It's weird. One thing about our generation is really cool and also pretty interesting at the same time. I feel like we are the generation of like electric smoking, right? like e-smoking got really cool. Even e-smoking, like that sounds like you doing it like online or some shit. But no, like why do they call it like e-cigarettes? I'm like, hey, this is electronic, but damn, that just sounds so much cooler. So everybody was into it, right? And our generation is interesting because nobody wanted to admit like that it was like an addiction though. Like it was crazy. Like I have a friend, he smokes the vapes, the electronic vapes, and he was looking for it in his car. And he's like, oh, where the fuck do you have my vape? I'm like, no, why would I have that? If I'm smoking, I'm getting high. Like, I'm not just smoking just to smoke. It look cool. So he's like looking for it. He takes the whole fucking seat out of his car to find the vape underneath the seat, right? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you're tweaking, bro. What's going on? Like, I just need the flavor. I'm like, mint got you acting like that? Like, mint got you ripping the seat out your car, bro? There's gum, Listerine, mint. There's so many other ways to get mint. Like, this is not the only route. We can go other ways. I could have just went to the liquor store and got you. The little Ready Tab, the little Listerine shit. That's just cool. You don't fuck with that? I used to do that shit. I used to do that shit in the mirror and just watch it dissolve. I don't know, I was a very sheltered child, clearly. So I don't have games, but I have these. I can't stop the fun. Can't stop the fun. I love talking to my friends because that's where I get all my material from, like just hanging out with my friends. And I know you were talking earlier about money, and it's funny because we were talking about how we're all elevating in life and like moving up and getting better jobs and shit. And homie's like, man, I'm so excited for us though because I know like when we get this money, like money's not even gonna change me. And I immediately had to leave the conversation because I am 100% sure that money is going to change me. I'm too sure. I've already seen it change me in small amounts. Like little amounts of money can completely change me. Like throughout the week, I be eating mad regular like toast, cereal, occasional parfait when the yo plate is still there in the fridge. And I'm going crazy a little bit. Bagels, sufficing though, filling the noodles, all that. But then like the paycheck hit my account and my whole fucking diet changes. Like, I be craving shit I've never even bought before. I be in a restaurant like, bro, give me the filet mignon. They're like, what the fuck? Ordering the filet mignon. The filet mignon's on the bottom of the page. It's the most expensive. I want two. I have money. How do you want it done? Well, I guess well done. The best way. What other way would you? I don't know. Do it excellently. I don't know what's going to be. You're the chef. You work here. Can I give you more advice? Cook it. You're on the clock. It's really cool being Nigerian. People that don't know me, I'm Nigerian. And it's like I was born actually in Nigeria, but I've been out here for like a long majority of my life. And when I went back for my birthday, I was like really excited because I'm like, bro, this is gonna be dope. Like everyone's gonna be like super excited on my return. Like in my head, I'm just like thinking it's gonna be like this homecoming, right? And it kind of was, but I noticed that like everyone would treated me differently out there, and it wasn't like they would just like openly just treat me different. It's like the way they would address me, I'd immediately know some shit was different. Like my dad would walk into a grocery store and they'd just be like, greetings, chief, welcome, compliments of the city, enjoy yourself. Go find something. They see my nephew come in, like, little chief, come on, you got some candy. But then like when I would walk in, they would just be like, what is up, my nigga? I'm like, hold on, to the chiefery. Why am I not partaking? Everybody else is the chief except for me. That's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. I don't think it's fair. Speaking of my friends, I know back to that, we just hopped into some like, race shit. We're going back to the friend stuff. One of my friends, he's like really into like superheroes and shit. And I was like, dope. I saw this thing on Twitter. It was like Michael B. Jordan to be the next Superman. I was like, this is funny. Sent it to him. I was like, bro, I'm so excited. Like, I'm definitely trolling. He's like, bro, what the fuck? He calls me. Oh, bro, no, Superman can't be black. I'm like, wait, what? That's the part you're tripping on? Not the fact that, like, other black actors, definitely I would take that argument, but, like, just because he can't be black, like, talking about the dude, we can see his underwear all the time. He got bounced to jump over buildings and stuff. He's weakened by green rock. This sounds like more like a black person than most superheroes. I don't know. If I just didn't know, I would. And I'd be totally fine with them, blackenizing or niggifying that character. I think they should do it with more characters. Like, I think another cool one, we could do a black Harry Potter. We could call him Darius Potter. It would be a vibe. It's like his parents was dead, but it's cool because he lived with his grandma, and she's like real dope, and she's like in the church though, and she's like really religious, and she has like one rule. She's like, oh, just no magic on Sundays. Like, that's all she says. Like the whole movie, that's her only line. He's like fighting demons and Dementors. I don't know. Tyler Perry could do that one. I know Mike's not here. We can have Tyler Perry do that movie. It'd be fun. Or we could do like, E.T. E.T. in the hood. That shit would be fire. You don't see it, but I see it. Like imagine like E.T. landed in the hood instead of like in another area. Like, oh, what the fuck is that over there? Oh shit, it's an alien, cuz. Like, oh shit. Good thing you land over here. If you land over there, we would have beef. It's like E.T. like grows up in the hood, and it's like a beautiful story. And like at the end of the movie, when like they're trying to get away from the cops or some shit, like E.T.'s in the car, and the car just like elevates and takes off. It's like E.T. puts his hand on it, like E.T. 40 crib. Like that shit would be intense. Bro, I can see that shit. That shit would be fire. I know it's a writer's strike right now, but like when they get it done, expect to see that shit soon. Summer 2032. I'm manifesting it at this point. I keep saying that. Sometimes I get worried people are gonna steal my ideas, but I'm like, honestly, if somebody stole that and I went to see it in theaters, like, if they do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I say that to you. No, I remember the recording that I had. Send it to me. Nah,
Find those recordings.
but it's great being here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave because our time is up, not because I'm leaving early, because I didn't leave any time for the room. I'm sorry, I'm a dick, and I paid my $10. Thank you so much, y'all. I'm on your list. It's on YEWST.
Come on, Keon. Or don't get me crazy if I said it wrong. I got it right. Keon, this is my husband Mark. I think your brother met the other one. You didn't Mark for the first time, but that's okay. You know something? Come see, come saw. Let's give the comedy, give it up for the comedy. Siba, let's do this. Sebastian, Siba. Siba, dun, 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 dun.
Wait till she finds out it's Seba.
Seba,
She
okay.
did so many songs about it too.
We'll
It's
change
amazing.
it.
Yeah, I'll work on it. I went to a dispensary today. You know, love weed. Got an addiction. Got a problem. Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff. It's good. None of us talk about the fact we're all like a little addicted to weed. Like we smoke every single day, and it's like, oh, but it's for my anxiety. It's to chill. It's fine. Nah. I just smoke way too much weed. But I was at the dispensary, and there were these guys going up, and I was like, I don't know, making jokes, whatever. They got friendly, and they turned to the guy selling the weed, and he's like, hey, can we give out free samples of the you know? And he's like, you can't do it here. You got to do that in the back. He's like, oh, okay. Well, hey, we'll just come out with us for a thing. And I, you know, because I know better, I go with the stranger to the parking lot for that free thing. I don't know what it is. And I get back there, and he's like, yeah, I'm starting this weed company with my buddy, and we just got like, I just want to give you a little bit of sample of our weed. We're about to stock up at this dispensary, and he gives me like a 5-pack of little baby joints, like not even a gram, like a little 5-pack. I have it in this very bag. It's good. It's great. But I was really thinking about it. I was like, holy shit, we all say the like free drugs thing doesn't happen, but it happens all the fucking time. Like this is actually the opportunity.
Right.
And I feel as an adult now, it would have been a bad decision not to take the free drugs. I feel like that's just a not good financial decision. I'm gonna buy more weed. I feel like my mom should be proud that I'm saving a little bit, you know? I was walking around after I was smoking the joint I actually bought, not the free weed, because, you know, I didn't want AIDS. I know that, there's no way it's just good weed. I'm really concerned, but we'll find out next week when I have AIDS from weed. But yeah, I was just sitting around smoking. I was like scrolling through TikTok or whatever, and this guy starts walking by, and it's, of course, like the craziest shit plays the second anyone's walking by. And it wasn't even like the typical like they're playing loud sex noises, or it's like the N-word on a white guy's phone, you know, and just like all those strange moments. It was just fucking like POV, you're deaf, and then just the loudest, most obnoxious fucking beeping you could hear 3 streets down. And so I get really concerned. I'm like, oh fuck, I just bothered this guy. He heard this annoying. Then I look up, and he's like, his phone is like recording me, or like taking a picture. I don't know. And then he's just like, he really gets the shot, and then he just puts it away and fucking leaves. First off, that's such a fucking LA thing. I feel like no one here can handle the confrontation, and it's so easy to just like put the phone in the face, that's the wall, and then you're just gone. You're just gone, as if like there's still social media in between us, and we're like, no, I'm right in front of you. And I was so stunned by the fact that he didn't say shit. Like I almost didn't speak. I almost just like let it. But I had asked. I was like, did I do something? What's the problem? And he goes, you're doing drugs in front of the doctor's office. And I couldn't say another thing. He walked off. Like I was stunned. Does he know what the fuck goes on at the doctor's office? Like, they're just doing drugs. This is the best place where they get drugs. I wish I could be doing my drugs in the fucking doctor's office. It would be way better. Way more options. I mean, he thinks I'm taking up fucking real estate outside. Like, oh, I'm getting the drugs outside of the doctor's office. I'm not taking their fucking business. Drugs outside of the doctor's office. It's just the fucking. I wish, man. They got the best fucking drugs. By far. Everyone laughs because everyone's had those drugs. I'm smoking a joint. I wish. Oh, so fucked. So fucked. I love weed. I love weed a lot, man. You know, I turn love into a battle. I think we've all done that cute little thing where it's like, I love you. I love you more. And then you just go on with your day. But we've all met like a couple people that just don't fucking quit with it. Like it's a real battle. Like, I love you more, I love you most. Okay, but like, I love you more. Like I got into this with my grandma, my Ukrainian grandma, where like. I haven't known her my entire life. She just came from Ukraine, and so I haven't met her, or basically not known her for 10 years. When I did know her, I was 10, not a sentient fucking human being. And so I'm talking to her, and I'm like, I love you. And she's like, I love you too, I love you more. And then we do a little back and forth, and at some point she goes, well, I can't fucking hear you. La, 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 la. And just like walks in the house, like, oh. Okay, fuck, this is going. We're really gonna make this happen. And so we again, it's this consistent back and forth, and I start tracking. I'm like, if I say I love you first, then she's gonna say I love you more, and then I'm gonna say I love you most, and I'm gonna close my ears and run off. Like, we're really fucking fighting now, bro, and it's really creating problems. We've now gotten to the place of doing it through rock, paper, scissors, because there's nothing. I was like, we have to flip a coin. We have to do something. It's not up to us anymore. And what's crazy is she didn't know rock, paper, scissors. There is not rock, paper, scissors in the Ukraine. I was talking to my mom. She learned it when she got here. And so I had to teach her rock, paper, scissors. First off, it doesn't translate good to Russian. Kamushka, bumaga, noshniцы, it just doesn't roll, it doesn't flow. So we just do 1, 2, 3. And I'm teaching her the game, and I'm like, yeah, so rock destroys scissors, scissors cuts paper, and then paper beats rock. And she says that thing all of us really try to avoid with rock, paper, scissors, that paper should not be beating rock. Yeah. No, yeah, everyone. It was just like, it's not even a fucking joke. I'm going to move on because of the fact that we all understand that's a huge flaw with this game. And she fucking called it out, and there's nothing I can say about it. There's no argument. Rock will always beat paper. It's fucked. That was really embarrassing. That took a toll. But we'll be playing now. And so now it's just up to the gods. You know, you can't really decide it's rock, paper, scissors. But we're going through, and like sometimes she'll win, and she'll like, see, I love you more. Come on, it's as simple as that. And I'm like, okay, well, I love you too. And I kiss her on the forehead. We move on. But then sometimes I beat her in rock, paper, scissors, and she gets pissed about it. Like she's turning to my dog and being like, do you see what an ungrateful fucking grandson I have? Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck beat like the disrespect? She's talking to the dog. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, you know, there's a lot of fresh faces, but I came in here like a week ago for my first time here, and I did a whole thing about CAPTCHA, which is basically the little human test you got to take before you get into any website, and it's like that little 3x3 square, and it's like a preschool game where it's like choose the bicycles, choose the fire hydrants, choose the buses, you know, it's good fun. But it's somehow still figuring out how to stop the robots. And like we have AI conversations every day that we're losing our jobs to this thing, but it can't tell me what a bicycle looks like. And that's the weirdest part, because it can tell me what a bicycle looks like. It can give me the description of a bicycle, and I can put that into a different AI. It'll give me 1,000,000 pictures of bicycles. If I give it a 3x3 fucking grid with some blurry pictures, it just looks at it. It's just, what the fuck is that? What am I looking at? It's like sweating. It's the computing power is breaking down. Thank you. Oh my god, that like fucking sucks. Yeah, but anyway, I just thought there's no fucking way that ChatGPT can still be getting destroyed by CAPTCHA, and I made a joke that like, man, could you imagine, like, it can't compute it, so what if it had to go hire someone? I was telling this joke to a friend. It fucking did that. One time, ChatGPT was given a whole computer, given some tasks to do. It got to a CAPTCHA and outsourced the work. Like, paid some guy in India to do the CAPTCHA for it. That is so fucking crazy that is the way that the robot blocks it. It's not that it can read fucking bicycles. It just doesn't make any sense. And fuck that guy for really just betraying our whole species. Because we all know if you're asked to do a CAPTCHA, oh, I'm getting emailed by a robot. It's a preschool game. We can all fucking figure out the bicycles, but I don't get it, man. I know he got the craziest AI-assisted top of his life from that transaction, and that really brings me joy. Really, really does. I think that's my top. Thank you.
Hey, man, where do we find you, man?
Book of Seba. That's more music stuff, but still, check it out. Thank you.
Yeah, so when are you going to do a set with your music here?
That's a great question. We can talk that.
We should talk about it. I don't want to say your name wrong. I'm going to say it wrong again. But that's okay.
Make sure to do a song about it after you say it wrong.
I ain't no rapper. Y'all crazy.
Yeah.
Did I really do that a lot? I must. Yeah.
No, it's a joke. You did it one time with my name. Yeah.
You rap. I gotta think of something because I'm gonna say the first name wrong, but that's okay. We're gonna change it anyway. We're gonna change it to. We have a new comic in town. That's right, we have a new comic in town. And what's beautiful about it is if you cut your finger on the microphone, he can make a joke and also fix your finger because he's gonna be a doctor one day. Let's give it up for the one and only Dr. Dong is coming up. Come on. The doctor's gonna be in the house.
My last name is Dang.
I'm from Jersey. Ding dong.
But hi everyone.
Dang.
So I have a housemate who identifies as mixed. Are there any mixed people here?
A little bit.
I know. But so he identifies as half Italian, half white. So yeah. So that means I identify him as fully stupid. Hope that didn't work. Just kidding. But so my friend and I went to my favorite restaurant, Olive Garden, because that's my favorite cuisine, Italian men. But so my friends say, and this is completely untrue, but my friends say that I'm flirtatious. Ridiculous. But so I like unwrapped the straw. That was an awful hand gesture for a gay guy to make, but that's okay. I unwrapped the straw and I put it so that it doesn't touch like my paper table cover. And then my friend said, "Why'd you put it so far?" And then I said, "Because I don't like it when things touch." And then she said, "Yes, you do." Ridiculous. But so I have a healthcare consulting internship this summer. Thank you. But it combines my two passions, connecting and insulting. But so like I do work with like a lot of adults, kind of like right now, or like older adults. I mean,
Like us.
Exactly. And so I was in a room of like 30-year-olds, like with like my consulting project team or whatever. And so they like it's a lot of white women, I'll be honest. And at the end of our meeting, one of them goes, "Okay, like let's talk about what we're gonna do for our weekend." This was like last Thursday. And I said, I don't really have much going on besides like my internship and this, so I was like, well, I also hang out with friends. So yeah, so I talked about I also like write comedy sets, I perform, and then one of them asked like, "How do you get people to laugh on purpose?" I know. Because that's a legit fear. Some people make jokes and then they don't land. Like my mixed joke. But but sometimes when you say something like on accident, sometimes it gets people to laugh. You know. Sometimes accidents can be successful. I would know. I will be honest though. I am my parents' favorite child. I'm the youngest, so it makes it easier. But oh my god, I'm like running out of jokes. Italian. Okay, so gay guys. Gay guys are a lot like Italians. First of all, I sound like Asian Mario. Like I have a very high voice, like Mario. It just works. Second, I talk in a lot of hand gestures. Also something that Italians do. They talk like this.
I don't know much about Italians because I also don't really meet them around besides my housemate, and all he talks about is being Italian.
Right.
That's like his only personality trait. It really is. But I like him a lot. He's really hot. I'll never tell him to his face though. But I have no idea if this is an Italian stereotype, but this is something I do. I walk really fast around campus. That was an awful example, but I walk really fast. I walk really fast. And again, I'm not a medical student. I'm a college student. But like some people always think that I'm always walking around campus so fast, it's like I'm going to a dick appointment with my professor. Which honestly, you guys, that's only happened like 3 times. Oh wait, I'm sorry, not 3 times. 3 professors. Multiple times each professor.
I know.
How do you guys think I'm gonna get into med school?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, so I'm Asian, obviously. And so the way I have sex is kind of is kind of the same way an Asian gets into college. I don't do very much work. It's true, I don't do very much work in bed or in general. I'm awful. And my parents love me the most. And so I remember you're from Orange County. Anyways, so, and now I go to USC. Yes, Ryan also goes to USC. And yeah, so I'm from Orange County and I go to USC, which means only one thing. I never really left Orange County. But yeah, I don't know. I do love USC though. One thing I hate about USC though is that so one color is the color yellow, which already colored my skin. You know, you guys, all my life I've been accused of being a banana. You know, yellow on the outside, white guys on the inside.
Oh my God.
So besides yellow, the other color is red, and we always say like, oh, like in a relationship, never go for a guy or a girl or a person with like red flags. But you guys, red is a lucky color to Asians.
Yeah.
It's really true. Like every Lunar New Year, my parents and basically all of my family will give me like a red envelope with money inside it because red symbolizes luck. I'd rather have a different L word from my parents. Love. Thank you. Just kidding though. My parents do love me the most. Again, I'm the youngest child. It's easy. Very easy.
It's like almost like it's.
But yeah, red. Oh, okay. So when I was in my mom's womb, the umbilical cord wrapped around my throat 3 times.
God.
I know, but you're not gonna be proud of me. You're not gonna be proud of me for what I say next. I guess even from a young age, I liked being choked. Okay. My Instagram is dang_it's_HD. Thank you, everyone.
Dang that dog.
Dang that dog.
Dang that dog.
Dang for the
You know what?
Dang that dog.
Whether I'm white or whether I'm Wong, I used to sing that to my friend and he didn't laugh. He was a Twinkie dude. At least the banana's got some substance. He was a Twinkie. And he'd be like, you know, he'd be always do this with his hair. And I was just like, you have beautiful hair, there's no need for you to throw it back. Like, he wanted to have your hair. That's what it was. He was trying to like, you know when the long hair Asians make believe they're white? You know what I'm saying? When they're like, I don't understand that language. You know what to order. I'm kidding. All right. Listen, is everybody having fun yet? Yeah! If you love us, let us know at comedystore.com. Kidding.
Oh my God.
Listen, just always have your clubs right. I thank them for being at the Laugh Factory at the Comedy Store, and they're like, she doesn't like us. All right, so I'm going to make sure that I read this right. We have more comedy. Let's bring up Moss Memory. Woo!
I feel, oh God, what a scary word. Right? I feel like that's what people are the most scared of. I feel like that's what people are the most scared about. of me. Because I feel everything. I feel like I'm the human embodiment of like a whippet. You know what I mean? Like I really like to go fast. You know, like if you can get this going. Like I was raised by a New York ballerina. Okay, honey? That woman did not fuck around. She reminded me, I worked at Glamour. Okay? I did that shit. Okay? I ran New York. Don't you forget. Don't you forget. And I go, okay. I will not forget because you will ingrain it into me. You are lower than me. You came out of me. You can't be better than me. My pussy's better than yours. I bet. Mom, oh my God, relax. Not everything has to be a competition. Is everything a competition with your mom?
No, not really.
No? Well, you're a man. You're a man. What about you, Savannah?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What about you, Sam?
Not really, no.
Must be nice. That is, I'm really happy for you. I'm practicing this thing lately. Where instead of being jealous of someone where I'm like, okay, could have been me. I'm fine. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm really happy that you got to experience that because you deserve that.
She's weird too.
What's your mom's name?
Alejandra.
Alejandra. Qué hermosa. Anyways, I digress. So, speaking about my mother, I love her so much. I do. I get so many of my best qualities from her. She raised me. You know, my dad liked to, you know, put his dick in whatever he wanted. And she was like, I'm the accountant of this house. I run this house. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you're going to leave until you get your shit in order. And that's what they called psychosis. Anyways, so then finally, I'll never forget, there was this one day, and if it seems like I'm all over the place, it's because I am the child of a crackhead and a meth head. So it's like, you know, ain't no shame. Drugs are great. Drugs are amazing. Hello, have you heard of Whitney? Yeah, everyone knows Whitney is, bitch. Everyone. I'll never forget the interview that she did, where she was like, honey, I don't smoke crack. I don't know what you're talking about. You're funny. But anyways, I digress. So I'm sitting in the car with my mom one day. That was her favorite little prison of mine. You know? Anywhere that I couldn't leave. Stuck in there with her. It's like solitary confinement, honestly. It's just there with myself. She's sitting, she's driving. She used to, you know, snap out of the sunken place randomly and just, like, slip things out to me that I wasn't supposed to know. She goes, you know, I did cocaine once, you know, for a week, but it gave me a headache. So, you know, I stopped. I'm a kid, right? I have no idea what the fuck cocaine is. I'm like, cool. Anyways. But what she would say is anywho. But anyways, so later, I ended up becoming a stripper, you know, as the child of a gold digger does. And, you know, I really fell in love. Really fell in love with speed. Not speed, though. Just, I like to go fast. But, yeah, that was a lie. That was a lie. A week, mama. Let's be real. Let's be real right now. Please, mama. I beg of you. A week. Okay. All right. Tell that to me the night that I literally was on so much acid the night before I picked up my first son, Opal. And I'm on acid, and we're sitting in the back of a fucking Uber, me and my ex. And all he does is he pours this line, this like caterpillar line, and I go, well, mama didn't raise no bitch, so let's fucking go! But anyways, yeah, so I love my mom. Love my mom a lot. I hope she's doing good. I also love my dad. He passed a couple months ago. Rest in power. Sweet man, also Jewish. Yeah. I remember like the first time I had my first manic episode, I was like, oh my gosh, I deserve the world. Wait a second. Dad. 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay. So I said, Dad, we're Jewish? We're Jewish? What do you mean? Reparations? Okay, yes, Mumsy, I do love you. I do love you, but you did fetishize a black man. Or didn't you? I don't know, that's a conversation that we'll never have. It's called psychosis, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's called psychosis. That's what they want you to believe anyway. Who are they? I don't know, those are the pronouns I use, so maybe it's me. Maybe it's all of us. But anyways, anyhow, I hope everyone understands how magical they are.
Aww.
And that anyone can achieve their dreams if they just put their mind to it. But also, you're so much bigger than a dream. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. Hey, Marcy, what do we find you on your social media? On your
Mossy. Oh, yes.
My Instagram is Mossy Memory, and I'm pretty sure it's the same as my TikTok, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, okay.
My Twitter's out there if you can find it.
Very fun. Boy. Tell you something, there's never a dull moment in this place. And you have no idea. You do, though, because you've been here a week already. You lost your virginity. Cherry's gone, right?
Yes.
You're done.
Yes.
You're done, right?
Popped.
You're done. All right, so we're in the house right now with oh, Marona mia. It's not a Rosh. What am I saying? I just said it.
No, you didn't. Oh, right.
When you came in, I said it. It's the Italdi boys. It's Keon Italdi, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Italdi? Italdi. All right. But look,
I don't know his last
spell my name fast. So the quick was.
Oh.
Whoa! That was great.
Whoa.
Yeah, he got away from that.
Alright, thank you everybody.
Yes.
Everybody doing okay?
All right.
Alright. I know what everybody's thinking, or like, how much longer is this gonna go?
Is the mic on?
Is the mic on?
Do we need one?
Yes. Well, I assure you, don't worry. I will go through my entire 10 minutes, so that'll be good. That'll be good. Today you'll have to bear with me. Today we're gonna do some story time. I want to. I guess we'll go back into the days of my youth when I was 20, and I'm 26 now. I was. When I was 20, I was like super nervous in general, like lots of anxiety. That hasn't changed, but I just didn't know how to talk to girls. I'd never been up to one. It was like really like it was like an experience. Oh wait, I forgot. Let me.
You remember this, man. You know that.
Okay. Alright, cool. So yeah, I was just such a nerd when I was in high school that like I just never went up to a girl. It was just never like it was never a priority, so I just never went up to them. So like when I was 20, it was like I just decided like, oh, like I'm gonna start doing it. You know what I mean? Like it'll be a priority. So I met the girl that I was going at. I met the girl that I kind of like fell hard for when I was in where most people find their girlfriend, physics summer school. It was great, right? Physics summer school. So like I was really nervous. I just didn't know what to. I saw this girl come into class one day, and I was just like, oh man, she's gorgeous. I just want to go up to her, and I was just so nervous. I just didn't know what to do. So like you know when you're like really nervous and like you're gonna chicken out, you have to tell like your friend, otherwise like you won't do it. So like I go up to my friends and I'm like, yo, like there's this gorgeous girl, I want to go up to her. I'm gonna go up to her right now. So like I back myself into a corner, have to do it now. And so like I walk down and like I choose the perfect time to go up to her, right? like, you know, you want to have meaningful time with this girl, and I sit down, open my mouth, lecture starts, and it was just an hour of just like awkward, just sitting next to this girl that like I just didn't know. So I ended up, you know, I tried to like impress the girl like, you know, most guys do. I like answer all the questions in class, you know what I mean? And it was just like, I was like, oh, this is great. And like, I was like, I'll impress her with my intelligence. And so like that happens at the end of class. I'm like, oh, like I've never done this before. I'm like, oh, you want to hang out sometime? And she was like, sure, whatever. Let's study one time. Flash forward to like, I don't know, a couple days later, and we end up doing a study session together, right? We're talking physics, and we're in there doing the homework, and we don't study at all. And we're just talking the entire time. And you know, like at least for me, I was like, at the end of it, I was like, oh, this is great. But like, does she like me? Does she not like me? You know, like when you're like young, you're like kind of clueless. You don't like, oh, like you talk to a girl for like and not study for an hour. Like it's not a bad sign. So I like at the end of it, she's like talking about like all sorts of things. Like she had like this loser Darwin and like her family and friends and all that stuff. And you know, I'm just like, I'm listening. I'm like, everything's going, because like this is the girl of my dreams. I'm like, oh my god, she's amazing. Everything's going in. And then I walk her back to her car, and you know, right as she's leaving, I'm like, oh, would you like be down to hang out in like a non-academic way? My dad and I are not the most smoothest people in the world, right? Bald Persian pregnant as they are. And he was like, yo, that's the smoothest I've ever seen. You're like, you killed it. And my brother's just like there in the corner just shaking his head. So like, you know, for the next three or so weeks, I'm trying to nail down like a date or something like that. You know, I asked her one time, that doesn't work out. Ask her another time, that doesn't work out. It's rough. My guy over here knows how that feels. Okay, not that I'm singling you out. I thought you were like yes. Maybe you were just sighing. So that happens, and you know, I'm like, it's getting desperate at this point, and like, I'm like, yo, let's do like breakfast tomorrow, and she's like, let me think about it. No response.
Oh.
I'm like, this is the last chance. This is my girl. Like I really want this to happen. I'm like, this is not going my way. I can feel it. And I'm like, I just have to let this go. So like, I go to bed. I wake up in the morning like 8 o'clock, and there's like a message. 6 o'clock in the morning, like, sure, let's do it. Like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I end up we end up at this like this breakfast place, and she's like, I'm so sorry, like, you know, that this happened, like, and then like, there's this huge pit bull that she's with, and she's like, this isn't my dog, like, I just brought it, like, it was wandering last night, and like, I just like, brought it, and so, right? So she just like this random dog with like no tag, anything, she brings it to the date, she's like, I couldn't leave it anywhere, and so, you know, that happens, and we're just like, and so the date goes well, we're hanging out, you know, and you know, that leads on to the next date. But like throughout this whole time, I am like, you know, when you're young, you're like, you have your first crush, and you build up this person in your head so much. You're like, you're like, oh my god, they're amazing. You imagine them with you. You imagine dates. You imagine kissing them. And okay. You imagine kissing them, all this stuff. So like this girl, like in my mind, I'm like, this is like dream girl. This is it. Like I'm like this is I want this to happen so bad, and like you forget that they're a person. And at least for me, I get like super insecure. I'm like, how could like I'm with her and like how could she ever want to be with me? She's amazing. She makes me laugh. She's gorgeous. All this stuff. And so like in the back of my head, like this like idea of like why is she doing this? But like on the other hand, I'm like I want to be with her so badly. And so we end up doing this. She by this like she's kind of like she likes me, I like her, but I haven't convinced myself that like it could happen. And we eventually go on this beach date. And so, like, she's like, I'm gonna pick you up this time, we're gonna go. So, like, there I am, she comes up, and, like, I got my towel, I got my Crocs. My thing is, like, I don't wanna, like, pretend or, like, put on a facade, or, like, I wanna be, like, I'm gonna wanna be me, like, 100% of the time. I want you to know what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like so you know that I'm a Croc person. I wear Crocs all the time. I will be with you in Crocs.
Okay? It was just good. I was no. It's
Okay,
a joke I was saying.
Okay. Oh no, you're good. And so
Say Croc out loud.
So like we get to the beach, and my anxiety is on. I'm like, what? Like I can't. Like what do I say? What do I do? What are we gonna talk about? Like I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm stressed out. And like as we like get the beach towel out and everything, like it's a gorgeous day, and like we decide to like walk to the cliffs, but like I have so much anxiety that I just I want to get it out. And so like as she's walking, I'm like I'll be right back, and so like I do what any normal person would do. I look at the beach and sprint 5 times back and forth, right?
Yeah.
And like as I'm doing it, I'm imagining what she's probably seeing. So like she goes and she's like, okay, he's leaving. And she's like, I want to see just where he's going. And she's just like some guy just running away from her as fast as possible. So she like I come back. She seems cool. Like I feel like okay, nothing's happened. And then like anxiety's there, but like. You're on the high of being with this person, and eventually that, like, the banter and everything kind of, like, gets you out of your head. So, at this point, it's the end of the, like, everybody's gone. It's the end of the night. There's stars. We're looking up. It's beautiful. And we're talking, like, it's going great. And eventually there's this, like, quiet. Like, there's, like, quiet, like, and it's just like both of you are there, you can feel the moment, and like I turn, I like go over to her and I'm like, is it time to go yet? Do you want to go? Right? Like I chickened out. I was like, this is so I was just like, I knew it was the moment, but I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to like. I was like so afraid of like, what will she think? What will she do? And so yeah, that's pretty much it.
Damn.
Oh man! Oh, wait a minute. When are you gonna see her again?
When am I gonna see her again in the story?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to save that for next time. So.
Oh well. Okay. Where are we gonna find you?
It's Sarouche.
Spell that, please. Shh. He's spelling. Sarouche.
SOURSO. Wait. SORSOUSH EETEDA.
You gotta be shitting right now. No, say it.
I hope that's not your name.
I think that's it.
I just wanted to get a picture of his hair and couldn't get it.
Oh, he's
Isn't that great hair?
You can get the hair?
That's great hair, right? It's good hair.
Great.
I
That's
got a
good
picture
hair.
of his hair.
You got a good picture of his hair?
I think we all did. Yeah.
Did you all guys get a picture of his hair? Back in TV land, like we used to say, I hope you had a great time. If you're playing Warcraft, remember that I'm the witch. And I'm not getting a damn penny for it. SAG Strike is on! You can follow me at Sunda Live. I would like to thank Ryan Benson and Samantha Linderman. Thank you so much for being here all the time and helping me. God bless you. And listen, we have a doctor in house and be like, dang, doctor, dang, doctor. He's gonna think he's black now. Dang. You ever hear that before?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, yes, I did. We have a blonde Jew. Oh my God. Seba. You say Seba, I say Seba.